Famous here. So today I'll be reviewing the Mcfarlane Spawn Clown. This is another great figure from Mcfarlane. He's really knocking it out the park here. And I must say, right off the bat, like, this guy, man, was really high on my want list. And I'm glad we got him so early in the line. I'm sure there's going to be other iterations of Clown. Because he just changed his appearance so much in the comics. So I'm sure we're going to get some more versions of this guy here. So let's get into it. So he comes with an open hand, extra open hand. He also comes with a fist hand. He comes with like a switchblade knife. I'm trying to focus on this because it does have like some detailing in the handle, which is really cool. And it has some artwork on the blade, which is really nice, some sculpting, which is cool. So, and he also comes with the knife that he has in his hand. And he comes with something else that I'm going to get to eventually in this review, because I want to just talk about that within itself. But first off the bat, handling this guy, I just noticed that the articulation was off the chain. This was some really, really good articulation. For a big guy like this guy can really move. And it has some really state-of-the-art engineering I've never seen. So let's get into the articulation. So as you can see, his arms go up, which is phenomenal, like that. Single jointed elbow, which is to be expected. I kind of wish he had some kind of shading on the fist, because the fist is like really clean and his arms are really bloody and dirty and dingy looking. So they kind of stand out to me. But single jointed elbow. His arm goes all the way around. He has a cap right here where he can go forward and back. Butterfly joint right there, which is awesome. His head kind of just turns from right to left. He can look down. He can look down. He can look up. Has that maniacal laugh. Let's get in there. His tongue is painted really well. The teeth are painted really well. I'm really loving that face sculpt. His legs, they really did some great things with hiding the articulation, but he has single jointed knees. He can't really kick too much forward. He can kick a little bit back. There's a turn right here at the kneecaps. He can do the splits. Can really go out like that. And if you can kind of see the articulation, look at this. I think Mcfarlane just overly engineered this thing. But it got, it was very effective, because this guy, his joints move like butter. And he's highly posable. Look at this. No standing issues for a guy that's heavy. No standing issues. He stands like a champ. His boots. He has a ankle rocker there. Ankle rocker. There you go. He also has that upward and downward at the tip of his boot. What else? And that's pretty much it for this guy. Now, elephant in the room. This Mcfarlane has to change some things up, man. With his capes and anything that goes on the back of his action figures. He always puts this huge cavity in the back, which just breaks the sculpt up, and it just doesn't look good. Now, I can see if Mcfarlane was giving us some really top-notch capes that we would just have to, that we could just leave on and enjoy. But, customizers out here, we like to, remove those capes and add wired cloth capes and stuff. But it's just a shame that we're left with this big gash in the back. And speaking of that big gash, it's meant to hold this contraption right here. Look at this. It's all sorts of ball joints and ratchets and all kinds of stuff. The tolerance levels with this thing is off the chain. This is like super tight. These ball joints are super tight. I'm scared to move them because I don't want to snap any of the arms. I mean, the tension with this thing is all over the place. And I understand, you know, not so more about the tension being so tight with the arms, but why wasn't the tension tight on these two ball joints that hold these big ass guns up? Because like if you move it around too much, they kind of just flop all over the place. They kind of just flop all over the place. So I'm not really feeling this. This is like, it's big, janky, and unnecessary. So I don't think I'll be displaying my clown with this. See that? You almost need a stand to hold the weight of these guns. This is crazy. So I think Mcfarlane should have just skipped this altogether. And it doesn't really secure in the backpack that well. But, you know, I know what toy he was basing this off of, but I just felt like it wasn't needed. But here you go. I mean, still, it's one hell of an action figure. It looks good. It's going to display good. So if you see this guy, make sure you pick him up. As always, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a message. I respond to my comments. And check back because I'm uploading videos daily. All right, y'all. Be safe out there. Peace.